Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have a book haul for you. Now, it is rather a big book haul. However, I have decided that some of the books in here are Unplugged book box books. Some of them are Nightworms books. What I'm going to do is quickly show you guys those books, and then the other books that have not come out of book subscriptions, I will also show you, but then we'll read the description because that's how I roll. If you haven't seen any of the Unplugged book boxes or the Nightworms book boxes, unbaggings, they're not really boxes, unbaggings, then make sure you watch them because I do read the full descriptions once I unbox them. And so without further ado, grab a snack, because like I said, we have 14 books to get through. Hopefully this won't be too long. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to do my best I can to remember where I don't think I have the cards anymore. Sometimes I save them, sometimes I don't. But the first two books are from my Unplugged book box. If you've seen those videos, the books are just absolutely stunning lately. They have sprayed edges. The hardbacks have beautiful foiling. The covers, they kind of change around a little bit. It's signed, and so the first book I have, and like I said, it's up. There is a video up for it. It's The Nightland Express by J.M. Lee, and the sprayed edges are just, they're stunning. I have up close of the book. This is the author's note. I just put that in there, but there is a map. I love maps in a book. I talk about it all the time on this channel. It just, to me, it heightens the experience. And the foiling is just, it's so pretty. It's literally so pretty. And then, of course, it is signed. So that is the first Unplugged book. Like I said, I'm going to go really quickly because I really want to focus on the books that have not been featured on this channel yet. My last Unplugged book I have in this pile is Wonderland by Dana Clare. Again, there's little changes to the cover. We have the beautiful sprayed edges, like so. Here is the inside. And of course it is signed. And then we have the naked hardback. Again, beautiful foiling. And the quote on the back says, "When monsters are real, love is a myth." So, yes, I will try my best. I just thought of this. I will try my best to hopefully link the videos that these came from if I forget for some reason, because sometimes I make a video and then I don't edit for a couple days, but if I forget, just let me know in the comments down below and I know I'll direct you to that video. So that was the Unplugged book, plural, that I have. Also too, I know I haven't posted an Unplugged in a long time. I still get Unplugged. They are just having some issues. If you also subscribe to Unplugged, you know they're having issues. I guess that comes with having these beautiful special editions. So they're coming. I still need March and then the April box because we're at the end of April. So they're coming. So let's move on to the Nightworms books. Okay, these ones are going to go a little bit quicker just because there's no special editions. It's just the books themselves. So we're going to start off with Bad Cree by Jessica Johns. I have seen this book everywhere, so I was really thrilled to get this in my Nightworms. And yeah, Nightworms also has, you get a signed book plate with them. So it's really cool. You get all these like horror books and indie horror books, which you're about to see. But yeah, this one has been all over, and I can't wait to read this. Next, we have a smaller book, and I do remember when I filmed for this, I think I compared this to kind of like an old school library book that you would get in like the kids section and stuff. However, Tula, I don't know if she's in frame, but she's just gonna sit here in front of the books. But this is a Festival by Christopher Golden and Tim Laban, and it's illustrated by Peter Bergting. It looks like that. It's a hardcover book. Unfortunately, my cat was going through, and I'm not even sure which one. It's either Tula or Luna. They're the youngest ones, so they kind of chewed the book, which is great. It's, so excellent. 10 out of 10. This one did not come with a book plate, which is fine, but there are some beautiful illustrations in here, and yeah, I think this is like, it takes place in a rock festival, which is really cool because I've been to metal and rock festivals, so I'm gonna really love this. It's gonna be great. Next up, we have Tell Me I'm Worthless by Alison Rumfitt, and it's a paperback book, so one that's really good to just kind of, I don't know, throw in your suitcase if you're going traveling, or your beach bag. Again, signed book plate, which is great, and it's gonna be a quick one because it's less than 300 pages, which is awesome, and it just seems really creepy. I mean, ambitious, brutal, and brilliant. Excited. So another one, I was so happy we got this because I have such a love for this author. In fact, I am working on a video, like an auto-buy author video, and this guy is definitely, he's an auto-buy for me, but I was super happy to get this in my Nightworms, and that is How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. He wrote My Best Friend's Exorcism. He wrote Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, so on and so forth. So I am so excited that I have this, and hello, we have a signed book plate, which is even cooler because it's freaking Grady Hendrix, and yeah, I'm totally just completely excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to read this. Also, a side note, I watched on Amazon the other day, they made My Best Friend's Exorcism into like a movie, and at first I wasn't really liking it, but the more I have thought about it, the story kind of has it takes place in the 80s and it has this kind of cheesiness to it, and the more and more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I feel like that's how it should have been. So I really liked it. If you haven't seen it yet, read the book first, because I feel like you should always read the book first and then watch the adaptation, just because, I don't know, I feel like you pay homage to the author whose mind that story came out of, if that makes sense. Anyways, moving on. Alright, another book I started seeing popping up on my social media everywhere. Like, bravo to Nightworms for getting hold of these books. It's incredible. And that is A Mothered by Zoe Stage. I hope I'm saying her name right. Again, another book plate, and she actually drew little, like, paw prints, which is super cute. I really like it. It's just over 300 pages, like 301. It's at 301. 301 pages. So, could be a very quick read. She wrote, where did I say? Oh, Baby Teeth. If you've ever read Baby Teeth, I have not. I heard it's a little messed up. So, you know, this will be a good one for spooky season, or just, I don't know, if you're feeling like you want something to scare you really bad. All right, and the last Nightworms book I have before we get into the other books is The Spite House by Johnny Compton. It's a hardcover book. Again, we have the signed book plate, which is great. This one is also under 300 pages. And then the other thing I'd filmed, but I forgot to put it in. I just want to share it now because, let's see if I can find it. The chapters kind of follow different characters. And of course, each chapter, when it follows the character, it has their name on the top. So I was going through it. Eunice is one of the characters, and Eunice was my grandmother's name. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool because Eunice is it's an older name. But yeah, I was like, oh, my grandma, Eunice, is in a horror book. I don't know. I just anytime I see her name, because it's so unique, it just warms my heart. So even in a horror book, I'm happy about it. So yeah, that is all of the Nightworms books and the Unplugged book box books I have gotten. Again, I will do my best, if I can remember, to try to find what video everything is in, and I will leave it down below if you've missed anything. And yeah, let's move on to the books you guys have not seen yet on this channel. Alright, so the first book I got is very, very short, and that is because it is a prequel to a series. And the prequel book is called Sweet Sin by Sav.R. Miller. It's part of the Monster and Muses series, which I have the first book, but I think I've already shared, I think I have already shared it before. So I bought this one not knowing that there was a prequel. And yeah, I mean, the first one has to do with Hades and Persephone. So if you have been around this channel, I love the story of Hades and Persephone. So I bought this, but now I have the prequel. So the back of the book says, "My obsession tastes like pomegranates. I'm not supposed to know that. Her skin is soft, supple. I'm not supposed to know that either. Now that I've plucked the delicate little flower, there's no way I can ever forget." So then on the inside, there's a little author's note. So I thought I would read that. It says, "Sweet Sin is a short 16,000 word prequel to book 1 in the Monsters and Muses series, Promises and Pomegranates. It is not required reading, but may enhance your overall experience. This prequel was originally published in the Omerta Christmas Anthology and as a freebie online." So you can get it free online, but I think these covers are beautiful, so I wanted to collect it. "Sweet Sin is a dark mafia romance and contains mature content and themes that may not be suitable for all audiences. For a detailed list of potential triggers, please visit savrmiller.com. So that's really cool that, you know, she has a place where you can go look up triggers. So yeah, romance, which means there'll be some smexy times, and I just think this will be great. And again, the covers are beautiful. I'm not sure how many are in the series, but I think there's like 4, maybe 5. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to this so I can get to this. Alright, so another one of my obsessions in the literary world is Alice in Wonderland. I have, all up here where you can't see, I have a ton of Alice in Wonderland editions. And so the other thing I try to look for is different retellings, people's different takes on Alice in Wonderland. So I came across this beautiful book, and it's odd to me because it's Vincent in Wonderland. You know, the painter. So, you know, I think this will be quite interesting. So there is, I think this is the prequel. And then this is book 2. So we have Vincent in Wonderland and The World's Next Door by C.E. White. Let me read the prequel for you first. 11-year-old Vincent van Gogh discovers a curious new world through a tunnel on the moor. A mysterious white rabbit introduces Vincent to Alice, and their quest begins. Defeat the dreaded Jabberwock before it consumes all of Wonderland. A slithy Tove, an ill-tempered caterpillar, and the Cheshire Cat meet them along the path as their adventure takes them through fields, dancing with flowers, tangled forests, and looking-glass pools. But all is not what it seems in Wonderland, and Vincent may not have, and may not want, what it takes to succeed. Destroying the Jabberwock may cost more than he's willing to give. So, I feel it's very similar. It will be very similar to the original, but somehow Vincent van Gogh is involved, but Alice is still there. I'm intrigued. And for a prequel, this is a pretty thick prequel. This is 249 pages for a prequel, which is pretty crazy. But the book is beautiful looking. I think that's what caught my eye first. So, yeah, that is the prequel. And then this is the first book. 12-year-old Janie Rutland somewhat grudgingly befriends Reggie Rankin, the weird new kid at school, and finally has someone to investigate her curious sightings in the abandoned house next door. When they find there's an impossible world in danger of total destruction, they face a choice. Do they have what it takes to save it? An eccentric fellowship gathers as they embark on a perilous quest in a race against time and their own fears, traveling in what can only be described as a pirate hover ship. They're threatened by monsters and storms, shipwrecks and death. Can they find the answers they need to save Cyan and maybe all worlds? So I'm not sure if this still follows Wonderland or it's going to go into a different famous story. This sounds very Peter Pan-ish to me, because of storms, shipwrecks, traveling in pirate ships. So I don't know. I guess we'll see, and I'm quite excited to get into this. It seems very unique, but still kind of staying true to definitely the Alice in Wonderland one. But I'm not so sure about what this one follows. The World's Next Door. Maybe it is still Alice in Wonderland and the world next door is just like the Looking Glass? I don't know, we'll have to see. Continuing on with my Alice in Wonderland retelling obsession, I have The Wonderland Trials by Sarah Ella, and it says The Curious Realities of Book 1. I have to show you guys too, like, the hardback. It's very pretty. It's got this, like, what do they call it? Like the cards, they're the I don't know, the hearts, the spades, the diamonds, the clubs. What are those called? I was about to say the hands, but that's not it. Solve the clues, face your fears, survive the trials. All Alice Liddell wants is to escape her normal life in Oxford and find the parents who abandoned her 10 years ago. But she gets more than she bargained for when her older sister Charlotte is arrested for having the infamous Wonder Gene, the key to unlocking the curious Wonderland reality. Soon Alice receives a rather cryptic invitation to play for Team Heart in this year's annual and often deadly Wonderland Trials. Now she has less than 24 hours to find her way into Wonderland where nothing is impossible, or what it seems. The stakes are raised when she discovers the players go missing during the trials each year. Will she and her team solve the clues and find the missing players, or will betrayal and distrust win, leaving Alice alone in a world of her own? In a world of my own. Hopefully I'm not copyrighted. Follow the White Rabbit into this topsy-turvy fantasy where players become prey, a sip of the wrong tea might as well be poison, and a queen's ways do not always lead one where they ought to go. So yeah, another one I'm really excited about, and just another interesting spin on the classic tale. Moving on, if you have seen my Cozy Mystery 101 crash course video, if you haven't, what are you doing? I had mentioned this series in that video and how I was trying to collect the big print books because I thought they are really cool looking as opposed to the original. Well, I got another one to add to the collection. It used to be a library book, so there's stickers aplenty on here, and that is Tragic Toppings by Jessica Beck. So again, very pretty. In this series, we follow a donut shop owner. Her name is Suzanne Hart, and in each book, there is a murder or a crime of some sort, and she takes on the role of amateur sleuth to try to figure out the whodunits of it. I love cozy mysteries. They have a very good cheese factor to them. I mean, the puns are just fantastic. Hello, only the good get iced. So, yeah, I love it. Like I said, the font is huge, but I love just the floppiness of these books. I love the I don't know, the cover. I like them better than the original. I'm having a hard time finding, after this book right here, I'm having a hard time finding the large prints. So if you guys know where I could get the large prints after this one, let me know, because I want them. Alright, last book on this list is also it's a sequel, so it's the second book in the series. I thought I had the first book somewhere. I might have the first book somewhere around here. I just have books everywhere. If not, I'll get the first book from the library. It's fine. But that is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. Again, featuring these just awful stickers. This one has Target stickers on it. Not only just one saying it's 30% off, but because this has an exclusive poster, it also has that sticker. So let me show you, I guess, the exclusive poster. We have a really good, it's probably not going to show up, but we have this really cool stamping on the hardback. Here is the inside cover. Again, really cool. There's an actual author note. It says hello Target readers, so that's cool. This is specific for Target. There's a map. I love maps. Let's pull that out. I am not sure who that is, but it's beautiful. Like I said, I still have to read the first book, but I thought I have. I don't know for sure, but that's really beautiful. And then this is the other side. So you get the face of the rabbit and the snake on the front, and you get the rabbit butt and rabbit snake, or the rattle, on the other side. Quite interesting. So what I know about this series, it's dark academia. It takes place in a prestigious college setting. I think it's more, I think it's fantasy driven. Like I said, I've not read the first book, and I kind of wanted to go into the series not knowing a lot about it, but I do know it's dark academia, and people have seemed to absolutely love the series. The first one is Ninth House, if I didn't say that, but I mean, this cover is just, it's sad but stunning, right? Sad but stunning. So, yeah, that is everything I have picked up in the past couple months, actually. I haven't bought a lot of books myself. I'm kind of trying this like book banning thing-ish. I'm trying to utilize my library a lot, and I have Kindle Unlimited, so they always have kind of freebie books here and there. So yeah, that is everything. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Become a member of this family. Also, let me know if you've read any of these books. What is a book I should get to like right away, like needs to go into my TBR basket? Let me know. Let me know what you're reading. And yeah, thanks guys. I will see you all in my next video. I'm so hoping those Unplugged book boxes come in soon, because you know. All right, thanks guys. Bye.